Hey, and welcome back to my channel where I make videos about sexuality, dating, body positivity, self-development, other taboo topics, and pretty much any topics I want to talk about. So if you have followed my channel or my previous channel, you know that, well, you know no longer, but that I made a lot of videos about virginity. If you've seen the title of this video, I am no longer a virgin, so that's what this video is going to be about. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my experience. Do I regret it or not? Any things I've learned from it? And yeah, let's get started. So to start out with, I'm not gonna share this guy's name. He does know that I'll probably make a video about this because we discussed that. I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here, but I haven't really been in contact with the guy that much. He doesn't really reply to my messages, so I assume he's no longer interested or anything, which is fine. But that also means that I don't really know his side of the experience, like we haven't really discussed that. So it's all from my side of the story, and he doesn't know this really either. So he might be watching. Hi. Sorry. Yeah, I don't mean to throw anyone on the bus, but this is my side of the story. Met with this guy on Tinder like 3 weeks or something prior, talked for a bit, then after a week we went out for drinks, and then the week after is when it happened. So basically he asked me one night what I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm just editing some videos for my YouTube channel. He asked about what my channel was. I sent him a link, and that's how he found out about me being a virgin. And basically it happened the next day. So then the next day I sent him like a picture when I was at the beach. Like, it was just my leg and just the sand, nothing too crazy. If you see my Instagram, there's crazier stuff on there. And then he said something like, oh, looks like you're trying to lose your virginity really soon. And I don't know what came over me, but I was in some sort of bold mood, and I was like, well, maybe I am, winky face. And I was like, okay, I just sent that, okay. So and basically we agreed that because he was doing some work from home, so he would let me know when he finished, and then we'll go over to his place. So, which I did. Went over to his place, we were like talking for a bit, and it was a little bit awkward at times. Like, we mainly talking about like my YouTube channel and stuff. And I actually remember messaging my friend, and I was like, okay, it's really awkward. Like, I was thinking like, should I leave? Like, I didn't leave. So we're just talking for a bit, eventually kind of like grabbed my hand, and then we started kissing, and then things went from 0 to 100 real quick. Also, just so you know, before like the kissing, before this experience, the last time I kissed anyone was like at least 2 years ago. So I was like, okay, here we go. Anyway, so went from kissing, moved to the bedroom, still kissing, clothes came off. Basically, lay down on the bed, you know, it happened. Let's say, people ask me if it was a good experience or a bad experience. I would say I'm pretty neutral. It was, I guess, a good experience, as in a lot of my friends had horrible horror stories. Like, they were like, yeah, it was like intense pain. I had friends that were bleeding for like 2 or 3 days afterwards, and not like a little bit, like a lot. Like, they were concerned they should go and see a doctor. I had a friend that threw up. So I didn't really have any expectations. Well, that's not really true. I was actually expecting the worst, so it could only get better. So I was expecting the worst, and it wasn't the worst. Like, it didn't really hurt, which is surprising because, as I said, it went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, there was zero foreplay. Like, we were just like kissing, and then I was on the bed, and he basically stuck his, you know what, in me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube, so So yeah, and it didn't hurt at the time. I'll get back to that. Didn't hurt, but I wouldn't necessarily describe it as pleasurable. And this sounds really bad. And as I said, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. But if I had to describe the actual act of it in one word, I would say boring. Sorry if you're watching this. It was just, and it's not just his fault, it's like my fault too, because obviously, you know, if you watch this channel, I'm pretty big on communication. Well, let's say my communication was not going that well that night. So, which obviously, because it was like the first time, I'm just like probably in my head too much, and I don't know. So, yeah. So that's probably how I would describe it, if I had to describe it, but I guess that's better than horrible or terrifying or any other of those things. So anyway, it happened, then, and then I was expecting to feel a lot more awkward, like during, you know, the being naked part in front of someone. And surprisingly enough, I wasn't feeling awkward during that stage or like during the act at all. It was more afterwards, because I was gonna leave because I was on call for work, so they could call me like at 6 a.m. the next morning. So I was gonna leave, and then it got kind of awkward, and I don't know if that was me, if that was him, if that was both of us, if that was just a situation, but then it got a little bit awkward. So I left, and then I messaged him the next day, and then he was like, oh, I hope you're feeling okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, are you all good with everything? Because he seemed a bit, I don't know, he seemed a bit off, but he didn't reply to that. So then he didn't message me for like almost like 5 days or something. And then I messaged him if he was up to anything from the weekends, no reply. So I'm just gonna assume no longer interested, which is fine. So yeah, so I don't know if, so now I'm like, I don't know if that like boring part was just the way he does it, I'm sorry, or if that was just because it was the first time and, you know, it was a bit weird. But yeah, so went from 0 to 100 real quick. There was no foreplay, like it went straight, as I said, it went straight from like, he didn't touch my clit once, so you know, it wasn't that, it was fine, but could have been better. So, also, as I said, no pain during, no bleeding. Then, a few days later, I'm like, something's not feeling quite right down there. So, as any, you know, normal person, rational person does, I grab a mirror and I'm gonna like look down there what's going on. And, yeah, there's like a tear in like my perineum, so which is basically the piece of skin between like your vagina and your butthole. Like there's like a tear there. So I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. That probably makes sense. But yeah, so that's the only, you know, it's not like super painful or anything, but you know, that's the only thing that I got left with, I guess. But yeah, at least it didn't hurt during the moment. And yeah, so things I learned, I noticed, I just didn't do it, like communicate more, maybe be a bit more assertive, but I forgive myself for that because, you know, it was the first time. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I know theoretically what I should be doing, but you know, it's different if you're in the moment. So, but yeah, all in all, I have no regrets. I'm sorry I'm like super shiny and sweaty because it's freaking 40 degrees in here. But anyway, yeah, so be a bit more assertive, communicate better. That's what I need to do next time. But yeah, I have no regrets, to be honest. In the end, well, I sort of got out of what I wanted to get out of it, like got it over with. Would have been nice if it would have been a few times with the same person, but you know, if it's just a one night stand, well, I'm not gonna die from that, that's fine. At least I got it out of the way. I don't know if he got out of it what he wanted, because, I don't know, we haven't really discussed things, so, yeah, so that was my first sexual experience at the ripe old age of 27. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here now. If you want me to do like a Q&A or something, give this video a like, because I don't know if I've covered everything I should cover, because I haven't really prepared this video. I'm just like blurting this stuff out. But I can do like a Q&A or something about it. And then, yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to keep up to date. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!